Good morning and welcome to semi-final number 2 here at the Golf Club Cricket Ground. It is the AIM Cricket Academy going up against the RV Sports Team. AIM Cricket Academy topping Group B and the RV Sports Team coming in as runners-up of Group A. It's 1 versus 2 from their respective groups here in semi-final number 2 of the inaugural edition of the NASHIK season of the CRICFIT Premier League. Ved Sunavne, the captain of the RV sports team, won the toss and elected to field first. And couple of overs have been bowled so far, and AIM Cricket Academy have managed to put up a total of 8 runs on the board without losing a single wicket. 10 runs on the board for the AIM Cricket Academy. We're in the third over of the innings after being put into bat by Ved Sonavane, the captain of the RV sports team rather. Big appeal, therefore caught behind. Not interested. The umpire gives it not out. The RV sports team will be looking to pick up some crucial wickets. in the power play phase of the game. Remember, this is a 25 in the air and straight to the fielder at point. First wicket to fall for the AIM Cricket Academy. First success for the RV Sports team in this semi-final number 2 of the under 14 boys category. Ten runs on the board. Three overs completed for by the RV Sports bowlers. 10 runs on the board for the AIM Cricket Academy. Just the one wicket lost, and that wicket was picked up by Siddesh Chavan, who is the strike bowler for the RV Sports team. Now, the RV Sports team look primed to reach the finals of this tournament. They were favourites coming into it, barring having that one blip against the NDCA players in the last league stage fixture that they played. On the pads, called a wide by the 11 runs on the board for the AIM Cricket Academy. Now, what will be crucial for them in this phase of the game is that there are 3 more overs left in the power play phase of the game. The field restrictions are up. The fielders are inside the 30-yard circle, so you want to maximize your scoring opportunities as much as possible without losing too many wickets. That was hit slightly uppishly straight to the fielder in the short cover region, but it went to him on the bounce. So lucky for the batsman, he survives the scare. The ball just topping off the surface just that little bit more, and the batsman caught up in 2 minds whether to trud forward or to play off the back foot. Another full delivery, big appeal by the keeper. The umpire does not give it. Lucky for the batsman. It seemed that there was a gap between the bat and the ball. Short delivery hit in the air, but straight to the fielder. Chance for a run out. Oh, that will be close. No. Batsman makes it safely back inside the crease. Umpire not interested in that appeal. The AIM Cricket Academy will be slightly worried with how the proceedings have gone so far in this innings. Just being able to put up 12 runs so far, not a lot of free flowing drives or shots. Another full toss. This time tries to drive it through the cover region, but it's not been timed to perfection, and the fielder at mid-on will run across to cut it off. Couple of deliveries remaining in over number 4 of this first innings of semi-final number 2 to be played between the AM Cricket Academy and the RV Sports team. And on the stumps, good forward defense by the batsman. Now what needs to be understood by the AM Cricket Academy batsman is the fact that because this is still a batting surface, remember a lot of runs have been scored on this strip earlier in the tournament. More than 250 in an innings were also scored. So this is a proper batting surface. You need to, that is a thickish outside edge that travels down to the third man fielder, the short third man fielder, who cuts it off, single conceded. That completes 4 overs of the innings for the AM Cricket Academy. 14 runs on the board for the loss of a 1 wicket. The RV Sports team are well and truly in control of proceedings at the moment, but it can all change very well and very quickly, because all it requires is one good over, one solid over for the batting side, where they score a couple of quick boundaries that will just turn the momentum slightly ever in their favor. Right now it is the RV Sports bowlers who are well and truly on top. Siddesh Chavan coming back for his 3rd over. He's the one who's picked up the first wicket for the AM Cricket Academy. Bowled a couple of overs so far, conceding just the 4 runs, and picked up that crucial first wicket just to get RV Sports going in this innings. He's one of those bowlers that I've seen in this tournament who's bowled really well and really fast. Very good flowing action, and yeah, this is what the batsmen have done to him throughout this tournament, trying to use his pace, run him down to the point and third man region. Chance for a run out, is it? No. The batsman makes it safely back into the crease. Siddesh Chavan, the key bowler for the RV Sports Academy. The captain making slight changes to the field, which is why there was a short delay between deliveries. But here we go again. Very exciting battle. This beaten all ends up between the gap between pad and bat. Fast, pacey delivery by Siddesh on a good length, moving just a tad bit off the surface, coming back into the right-hander, and he cuts him in half. Tried to move forward and play the forward defensive stroke, but such was the movement of the delivery that it came back into him and between the gap of bat and pad. Short delivery this time, and again this time a slight misfield by the keeper as well will allow the batsman to take a bye. This is what they would want to avoid ideally. Giving extras, giving easy runs, giving easy singles and byes and wides to the batsman is not going to help their cause by any stretch of the imagination. When you bowl a good delivery, you need your fielders to back you up. Only then will you be able to mount the pressure on the batsman. 4.3 overs bowled, 17 runs on the board for the AIM Cricket Academy for the loss of the one wicket. Ishan and Pradnesh at the crease. Remember, Pradnesh was the player of the match from the previous game that the AIM Cricket Academy played. He batted beautifully for his 42 runs and came back to pick up a couple of wickets with the ball as well. So he is the key for the AIM Cricket Academy, and Siddesh, the strike bowler for the RV Sports, will look to dismiss him. Thickish inside edge runs away down to the square leg fielder for a single. Couple of deliveries remaining in this over now. Remember, this is the penultimate over of the power play phase of the game. After that, the field restrictions will be lifted and players will move back to the boundary ropes to cover. Now the back of a length delivery. Batsman moves on the back foot and trudges it straight to the point fielder. Now the single conceded. Driven straight down the ground. The short cover fielder. Oh, there is a mix-up between the two batsmen. Lack of communication costing the non-striker dearly. He was not watching where the ball was. He was watching his partner, and his partner was looking at the ball. There was no form of communication between the two, and in the end, the non-striker has to perish. Ishan has to go back to the pavilion with a straight drive played to the mid-on fielder, but such was the pace of the ball that the cover fielder was able to cut it off before it could reach the mid-on fielder, and in the meantime the non-striker was wandering off his popping crease looking for a quick single. He did not realize that the short cover fielder was onto it, and he ran him out. New batsman at the crease is Aryan Kadam, joining Pradnesh Rege for wicket number 3. The partnership of wicket number 3 for the AIM Cricket Academy. It's been a very subdued start for them. 5 overs completed and 19 runs on the board for them, going at a run rate of just above 3 runs per over. Not what they would have wanted after they were put into bat by the RV Sports captain Ved Sonavne. A short delivery, tries to play it. Oh, could have been chance for another run out had there not been a misfield by the short third man fielder. Need to be more aware, need to be more agile in the field, especially when you're playing a knockout game, when you know this is a do or die fixture. You're playing for a place in the final. Remember, the final of the under 14 boys category will also be played today later on in the day after the lunch session. Ritin Tarle continuing. He is in his third over on the pads, and white given by the umpire. Now, this is a trend that we've seen in CPL throughout the Mumbai and the Nasik edition. The captains have decided that their new ball bowlers, unless they're hit around the park for plenty of runs, they are generally sticking to both of their opening bowlers to complete the power play phase of the game, because they are the best skilled bowlers to control the brand new ball and how it is swinging and moving off the surface. Again on the pads, this time driven down to the mid-on fielder, rather, beg your pardon. A single taken. Beg your pardon. They were looking for a single, but AIM Cricket Academy batting on 38 for 2 in the 7 overs. RV Cricket Academy winning the toss this morning and electing to bowl first. It's been a quiet start so far for AIM Cricket Academy. They have Pradnesh in the middle now. He was looking good last evening as well. Remember, this is the semi-finals, the first semi-finals in the under 4, second rather, in the under 14 category, and we'll be having the finals as well later on in the evening. The weather in Nashik is an absolute delight. A chill in the breeze, nice hot sun beating on the surface as well, and the combination just makes it a very wonderful weather out here. Tossed up delivery, played off the back foot, chipped in the air in no man's land as Pradnesh and Aryan quickly steal a single in that mid-wicket region. Good thing for them is that they have 8 wickets in hand. Just a quick reminder, we are in Season 1, Edition 1 of NASHIK of the CRICFIT Premier League. We recently completed the Mumbai edition. It was a roaring success. We had 450 players coming in. We had some quality cricket happening under lights. And as you may see that we are live on our YouTube channel as well, CRICFIT Premier League. We are even live on our Facebook platform. And for the final, later on in the afternoon, we'll also be having the Den Networks channel coming in. Oh, that's an expansive miss rather. Just trying to play across the line over there. Pradnesh. It's a knockout here on both teams' aims. And RV will be desperate to make it to that final. It's a wonderful setup over here at the Golf Club Cricket Ground in the heart of Nashik City. And it's been a wonderful spectacle so far. Another tossed up delivery, just inviting the batsman, but watchfully played over there. T20 cricket can sometimes be very tempting for a batsman. Just to get carried away, you've got to really control sometime your natural instinct and play according to the situation, or back yourself when you're going for the big shot. Flatter this time, pulls it towards mid-wicket, and that races away to the mid-wicket boundary. It was close to the fielder, but a half-hearted effort. Nevertheless, Pradnesh will be happy with that, because it just looked like they were getting into a rut and they had to come out of it. It was short and enough of time for Pradnesh to go onto the back foot and dispatch that very fiercely through the mid-wicket region. Taken on the full this time once again towards the cow corner region. Another 4 back-to-back boundaries here for Pradnesh. He's not missing out on the loose deliveries. This will give them the momentum they've been looking for. Just got the impression that things had slowed down in the middle, but now we are back live, and at the moment, after the completion of 12 overs, AIM Cricket Academy 86 for 2. Great partnership here by Aryan and Pradnesh. Aryan has stepped up and
accelerated. He was playing second fiddle to Pradnesh, but he's changed gears. He's on 39 of 23 and giving him company. At the other end is Pradnesh, 28 or 21. A projected score, if they go at this rate, is somewhere close to 180. And this will be a very good total to set in a semi-final. This is RV Sports, who had won the toss and elected to field first. This is the second semi-final of the morning. After that, we have the finals as well. This is the under 14 category in season 1 of the NASHIK edition. As many as 30 teams playing. Nicely glided towards third man, just using the pace of the ball over there. They should look for the second, a small misfield, and they'll complete it comfortably. You just get the impression that AM Cricket Academy is now changing gears, and they'll be eager to pile on the runs. AM Cricket Academy put into bat this morning, have responded well to conditions. They've raced to 90 in 12 overs. Taken on the full, but he's not middled it quite well. They'll scamper back for the second quickly. Hesitation. They'll settle for one. Good fielding in the end, but that should have been dispatched. That should have been cleared. You got to seize opportunities. That was for the taking, that full delivery. And it should have been dispatched as well. It's an opportunity gone a begging.
.3 overs bowled the AM Cricket Academy. 90 runs on the board for the loss of 3 wickets so far. Now, the AM Cricket Academy have ducks themselves out of the hole that they were in earlier on in this innings. Remember, this is a 25 over encounter, the semi-finals. Pradnesh Rege still holds the key for the AM Cricket Academy. He scored 31 runs so far of the 24 deliveries he's faced. He batted beautifully in the previous encounter that he had played as well, but Aryan Kadam has outshone his partner here. He's faced 26 deliveries for his 43 runs so far. Tossed up delivery, takes it on the full, sweeps it down to the fine leg region. Another single taken, so the runs are flowing, the runs are ticking, the scoreboard keeps on moving forward. The DLS projected score by Crick HQ is 200, and that is exactly what the AM Cricket Academy captain said at the toss, that they will look to post something around the 200 run mark. Only then will it be a competitive game. Looking at the RV Sports batting strength and what they pose, especially with Sunavne, who is the captain of the RV Sports side, who has time and again throughout this tournament shown that he is capable of playing that big innings, of playing that anchoring innings of the match. But at the moment, Aryan Kadam and Pradnesh Rege at the crease. The partnership is a budding one at that 75 runs they've put on together for the third wicket. 94 runs on the board for the loss of 2 wickets as the players take a drink. Six deliveries to go in the fresh over that will be started. Remember, this is a 25 over game. We have just completed a little bit more than the half duration of the game. This is a 25 over encounter, which means that 13 overs have been bowled, 12 overs still remain in the first innings. The RV Sports captain Ved Sonavane winning the toss, electing to field first, and AIM Cricket Academy have taken that decision into their stride and have come out here at the Golf Club cricket ground and batted out of their skins, it must be said. 13 overs and 94 runs for losing just the 2 wickets. Remember, the 2 wickets fell early on in the innings. It was during the power play phase of the game that these couple of wickets had fallen for the AIM Cricket Academy, and ever since then these two batsmen have been out there stitching this beautifully well constructed partnership. 75 runs they've managed to put on together for the third wicket, and they're still going strong. One of these batsmen has to plan to play the remaining 12 overs of the match as well. Start off over number 14. Big few overs coming up for side. Twelve overs still remain in a semi-final number 2. 'And played down the leg side will be covered up by the square leg fielder. Another single added to the total. Question that needs to be asked time and again for the batsman is, what is the total that they're targeting? Because they do not want to go haywire from here on out and lose wickets in bunches and then fail to reach the total that they have in mind. Full delivery chipped in the air, but over the head of the short cover fielder, which will be cut off by the long off fieldsman. It is a no ball as well, just adding some insult to injury for the bowler. 5 deliveries remaining in this over. The AIM Cricket Academy 97 for the loss of 2 wickets. The current run rate is a 7.37, a very healthy one at that, especially given the fact that the players are outside the circle, fielding and saving the boundaries. Chance for a run out could have been close had he hit the stumps directly. But alas, he misses the stumps by the barest margins, and it is well fielded by the fielder at the short cover region who backs up. Wide delivery, slight loosener by the bowler over there. "98 runs on the board, closing in on 100. They would slightly want to up the ante from here on out, because they would want to get somewhere around 150 to 175 runs on the board if they want to make it a competitive one again. So what is happening is the spinner is bowling flighted deliveries in the full length area, but because the batsman is dancing down the wicket, he's yorking himself instead of getting to the pitch of the ball and trying to drive it straight down the ground. Two deliveries, beg your pardon, 3 deliveries remaining in this over. There was a wide involved as well. 98 runs. Again dances down the wicket, hits it over the head of the cover fielder. Fielded well by the fielder inside the circle. Slight ricochet off his hands. Does not go to the fence, but the batsmen are able to pick up a quick double. With that, 100 runs are on the board for the AIM Cricket Academy. "106 runs on the board for the AIM Cricket Academy. First delivery of the 15th over turns out to be a dot. hit away down to the fine leg region. Another boundary. So now the runs are coming thick and fast. Aryan Kadam has completed a half century. 55 is what he's batting on of 32 deliveries. Pradnesh Rege on 34 from 28 deliveries. Aryan has hit 8 boundaries to his credit, and Pradnesh has hit 5 boundaries to his credit. Both these batsmen going along really well. 91 is the partnership that they've been able to construct. And with that, big blow for the AIM Cricket Academy as wicket number 3 falls, and that too of the set batsman Aryan Kadam has to head back to the pavilion after scoring a magnificent 55 runs from 32 deliveries. Punched off the back foot straight to the bowler. Dot delivery. Very crucial to not let this wicket tender the flow of the innings for the batting side. Thick outside edge straight to the fielder in the third man region. A dot delivery. Beg your pardon, single taken. The third man fielder was on the edge of the 30-yard circle, which is why it was possible for the batting side to turn a quick single around the corner. This time flight delivery. Batsman goes down on one knee and plays it fine down to the fine leg region. Will they look for 2? No, they will not. Single taken. Pradnesh moves on to 35. And 15 overs, 112 runs on the board for the AIM Cricket Academy for the loss of 3 wickets. Last 10 overs of the innings remain. Now they will want to get at least 50 to 60 runs in this last 10 over phase of the game, just to ensure that the total crosses that barrier of somewhere around 160. Chinmay Chaudhary comes into the attack for his first over of the innings. Very important bowling change for the RV Sports captain. Each and every other of their bowlers were tonged around the park. .3 overs completed on the pads and flicked away down to the square leg region for a single. Important runs being added to the total at the moment. Important boundary that for Sujal, just to get his innings going. Very important that you get a loosener right up front from the batting perspective. In the block hole this time, dug out straight to the long of a fielder. Another single added to the total. Nine overs remaining in this over. The AIM Cricket Academy have a very healthy run rate so far. 121 runs on the board for the loss of 3 wickets. 7.56 runs per over is the current run rate at which the AIM Cricket Academy has been scoring at, and they would want to keep that current run rate going. A 121 runs on the board after 16 overs. Outside the off stump, left alone by the batsman. Crucial dot delivery there. Flight delivery and hits it over the head of the short cover fielder. Wasn't timed as well. He has would have wanted to cut off by the captain Vetsunavani, who's been fielding at the long off position. Single added to the total. Four deliveries to go in this over now. Pradnesh Rege back on strike. He's not had a lot of strike in the last few overs, so to speak. This time he's been yocked by the bowler. Digs it out. Driven down the ground again, cut off by Vetsunavane. Another single added to the total. 124 runs on the board for the loss of 3 wickets. Last delivery remaining in the 17th over of the match. Couple of deliveries remaining in the 18th over of the innings. 134 runs on the board for the AIM Cricket Academy in 17.4 overs. Make that 135. Batsmen have become so used to the surface that the runs are flowing quick and easy. Again played down to the third man region. Another single taken quick. Single. End of another over. 18 overs completed. 7 overs remain crucially for the AIM Cricket Academy. 136 runs have already been put on the board. 7 overs, they would want to get somewhere around 50 more runs if they can, just to get their total beyond the 175 run mark. As close as they can to the 180, 200 run mark will be good for them when they come out to defend that total. Remember, this match is happening for a stake to the final. Another wide delivery outside, off stump cut straight to the point. Fielder a short delivery punched away straight to the fielder in the point region. Again, a carbon copy of the previous delivery basically, and a carbon copy in a result as well. 2 dot deliveries, 2 consecutive dot deliveries. A little bit of pressure building on the batsman. This is Pradnesh rather, who is on strike, who is batting in the 40s. 45 is what he's able to score so far. The third dot delivery in succession. Last delivery of the 19th over coming up. Been a very tidy over so far. Just 2 runs conceded so far, and with that single, 3 runs will now be added into the total just of this over. All 3 singles so far. That brings us to the end of over number 19 of the first innings of semi-final number 2 being played between the RV Sports team and the AIM Cricket Academy. In the other semi-final, if you're keeping tabs on semi-final number 1 as well, Bhosle Cricket Academy batting first. $120 is what the Bhosle Cricket Academy have been bundled out for in outside their allotted quota of 25 overs. So if you're keeping tabs on semi-final number 1 as well, it's the Bhosle Cricket Academy going up against the NDCA team. Now, the NDCA are well and truly in control of the situation in that particular encounter. But let's switch focus back to the semi-final that we are currently watching. Things have just slowed down a tad bit for the AIM Cricket Academy in the last few overs. 141 runs is still a healthy total that they have on the board so far, and with the prospect of 5 further overs coming down the road, they should aim for somewhere around 175 to 80 run mark. As I welcome my co-commentator and anchor to the commentary box in semi-final number 2. What have you made of this match so far, Arohi?
Sawantwadi has played exceptionally well. All the previous matches as well. And this one went as far as the boundary, but that's 4. So coming back, all the team players were pretty excited about the tournament, even in the league stages. But today we can actually see them cheering for the 2 players on the pitch from the sidelines. All of them are sitting right outside the boundary and cheering for every ball, every boundary, every single. And that's the kind of team spirit we get to see here at the CRICFIT Premier League, NASHIK edition.
Yes, if you can see in the wide shot of the camera, there are players sitting out there in the sun by the boundary fence. They do not even want to sit inside the dugout. They want to be there as a part of the action. And their batsmen have not disappointed so far. 20 overs completed, 145 runs on the board for the loss of 3 wickets. Now this is a monumental effort by the AIM Cricket Academy, because as it is, they've travelled from far and wide to come and take part in this tournament. You've spoken to a lot of players from the team. What have you made of their journeys and their life stories so far, Rohi?
So I've spoken to the players, I've spoken to their staff, the coaching staff which has accompanied them. I've spoken to coaches of other teams who know the team pretty well. They come from a really small town in Maharashtra called Sawantwadi, which is somewhere in Konkan. The kind of opportunity they're getting at this stage is something very rare for them. You know, they have to travel. They've traveled almost 550 kilometers all the way from Sawantwadi to Nashik to be a part of this tournament which we are organizing. And this kind of opportunity is something very rare for them. They will be looking forward to making the most of it. I spoke to another coach, a coach of the Nashik District Cricket Association. What insight he gave me into this tournament is that as a selector, this is one of the platforms which they look up to so that they can scout new players and give them a bigger chance. So this league has played definitely a much bigger role in the lives of these Sawantwadi boys than any other team right now on pitch.
Yes, and they're giving a run for their money to every other team that they've played. Remember, and as we come back to the ball, a chance should have been taken, but it trickles away down to the fence for a boundary. So much needed boundary there for the AIM Cricket Academy in the last few overs. The momentum have just slowed down a bit after the spinners came into the attack and caught a stranglehold of their innings. Pradnesh Rege batting at 52, another half century to his name. He was the player of the match in the previous game as well. And joining him is Sujal Korgaonkar, who has scored 20 runs out of the 14 deliveries that he's faced. Another fruitful partnership for the AIM Cricket Academy. Batted for 40 runs together. Coming back to the Sawantwadi team, as Arohi correctly pointed out, they've travelled from far and wide. The good thing is that they are giving a run for their money, and luck, Lady Luck seems to also be on their side as another catch goes down. Not what Ved Sonavne, the captain of the RV sports team, would have had in mind when he won the toss and elected to field first. They got the perfect start to the match after they picked up a couple of early wickets inside the power play. But ever since then, it has been all AIM Cricket Academy. Again, Lifton, third chance in as many balls. Will this be taken? No! 3 balls, 3 drop catches by the RV sports team. Slight collision there between the keeper and the batsman. But considering that both of them are back up on their feet, I think there is not something to worry about. But the cliche that we keep referring to time and again, catches win you matches, and you've dropped 3 in as many deliveries. The shoulders might just start dropping for the RV sports fielders now. Wide called by the umpire. Really have to keep a check on the extras that you're bowling, considering it is a knockout game and you're fighting for a place in the final. Remember, the final of the under 14 boys category will also be played today. It will also be a 25 over encounter. It will be played in the post lunch session of play. Driven down the ground. Oh, that was another opportunity for a cotton bolt, a tougher one than the previous 3 that were given by the batsman, but a chance nonetheless. 154 runs on the board at the end of 21 overs for the AIM Cricket Academy, and I have with me the founder of the CRICFIT Premier League, Mr. Mikhail Vaswani. Sir, first of all, the most important question that I want to ask. You did the Bombay edition. We are towards the completion of one age group in the NASIK edition as well. What striking differences do you see? What improvements do you see? And what is the quality of cricket that you've seen so far?
Thanks, Arib. In terms of the quality, I must add it's been breathtaking to watch these kids throwing themselves in the field. But what's more even heartening is the fact that you have teams from Sawantwadi traveling the distance to come and play. It just encourages us to have another edition going forward and bring in more teams and involve more youngsters in the CRICFIT Premier League umbrella and family. I've just enjoyed watching the Sawantwadi team, the AIM Cricket Academy, RV Cricket Academy. We had 28 teams in Mumbai, 30 now, new teams this time around. And what I really like about the Nashik city is the ground that they've given us, the golf club cricket ground, the pitches, an absolute delight for any cricketer. I'm sure you and I, had we given a chance, we will just take the plunge into the middle and pad up and go and have a hit in the middle.
Why not? I think we should do that at the end of days, play any which ways. But yeah, coming back to the tournament on the whole, you spoke about the number of teams going up in the Nashik edition, but what's even more striking is that the reach that the CRICFIT Premier League has had ever since the Mumbai edition completed. In Mumbai, there were predominantly teams from Mumbai who were taking part in the tournament. There were a couple of teams from out of Bombay as well. A couple of Nashik teams would come in for that tournament as well. But in this tournament, there are teams from the tier 2 and tier 3 cities of Maharashtra. So that reach has just increased of the tournament in the last couple of weeks ever since the Mumbai edition completed. How proud are you seeing teams from Dhule, from Jalgaon and cities like this coming in to take part in something that you created?
It just reinforces our vision and commitment, Arib, and the manner in which teams and coaches have embraced this format, this particular league, just adds to our confidence, and we want to make it even bigger now. The best part is going into the final, we have a television broadcaster as well, which means that we'll be live on Den Network, channel number 796, which will be beamed all across Nasik city. So this for us is a big moment as well, because more than us, it is for the kids who make it to the final, and they will be watched by quite a lot of people around Maharashtra and Nasik, which I feel is an opportunity, a platform, a moment they'd want to savor. Once again, just nudging it down to third man for a single. And I like the way he's running. Look at the intent, always trying to look for the second. Now, this is what you want to see in a cricketer, a young cricketer. That game awareness, Arab. Look for the second, back up, push for the first run. These things really impress, a selector, a coach who's watching the game intently. And just coming back to where we stand today, it's just that we want to give as many matches, Arab, unorthodox, but they quickly steal a single once again. That could have been close. He was not grounding his bat.
Good running between the wickets there. You spoke about intent, and that is the key word that we've associated with the Sawantwadi team so far this tournament, because I personally really enjoy watching them play, because at the start of the tournament you had the Bhosle Academy who were coming in with the title, the under 14 title from the Bombay edition, so they were one of the favorites. The NDCA Academy as well, one of the renowned teams here in Nasik. So you had and we had the CRICFIT team as well, who were the finalists of the Mumbai edition and were in contention to be one of the top teams in this age group. But this team has been the surprise package of the under 14 boys category so far, and it's very nice to see when a team from a smaller town comes and dominates play the way they have in this edition so far. I really hope that they're able to reach the final and experience it for themselves. Never mind winning or losing, but just that experience of playing in a final is something that I hope that they're able to achieve. Not being biased by any stretch of the imagination, RV Sports 2 have done really well so far in this tournament. They finished as the table runners-up of their table as well. 22 overs completed, 3 overs remain. This is the first age group, Mikhail, that we are on the last day of. Following this, we have the under 16, under 19 boys and under 19 girls in action in the coming days. Mr. Sonu Sood has played a big part in this tournament. What has his journey and his involvement in the league been, if you can elaborate on that?
Oh yes, thanks for touching upon that point as well. I do remember having a chat with them and speaking about this entire plan of having junior cricketers getting this platform, and I did speak about junior boys and junior girls, and the moment he heard junior girls, he categorically stated, make this a free tournament for them, let them not pay for any registration, unko khelne do, unko mauka do, because junior girls cricket don't get as many opportunities as junior boys cricketers, which is actually the god honest truth today. And we are delighted because from edition 1 where we had 4 girls teams has now become 10 girls teams, and the day is not far where we'll have an entire league just for the junior girl cricketers. And as you mentioned some time back, we have girls coming from all parts of Maharashtra. So Mr. Sonu Sood has been instrumental in driving our vision ahead, and it has actually been a wonderful moment for us because we've seen the girls of NDCA itself practicing really hard and raring to have a crack in this tournament. He's just picked that up and dispatched it towards the cow corner region. Lovely shot, a fuller delivery, and all the batsman had to do was just go through with that shot of his. 4 for the taking. Much needed runs here for Pradnesh Rege. I'm telling you, this boy is impressing with every game. And Arif, just coming back to AIM Cricket Academy, something about their body language. They bring in a set of culture. I was watching them yesterday. They move together, they sit together, they eat together. And if you look at that boundary rope as well, they are all sitting together. They have a dugout in place, but no, they're sitting right in front of the banner over there and cheering for their batsmen. Something about them that, shows that team sport, once again going for that big hit. Team sport needs that much needed oneness, togetherness when you go out on the field.
I mean, that's what it is all about at the end of the day. Even when you're not out there in the middle batting or fielding, you want to be part of the journey with your players. That is what the entire experience of sport is, whether it be cricket or football or any other team sport that you might play. That's just been a mini helicopter shot, if you will, straight to the man at long on a single taken. Runs coming thick and fast for the AIM Cricket Academy. You spoke about the AIM Cricket Academy's mindset and their culture. I remember being at the toss with the captain of the AIM Cricket Academy, and he had lost the toss. He was also looking to bowl first, but the RV Sports captain won the toss and elected to bowl first. And when I asked him whether he was disappointed or whether he would have also wanted to bowl first, he was quick. A 14-year-old kid, quick to dismiss any thought of, doubt from his mind. He's like, this is what we're doing. We're fine with it. We're going to deal with it. That just shows the maturity of these cricketers and how they have progressed through the ranks and keep on going forward and forward. At the end of the day, these are the kids who are the future of the game in the country. One very interesting thing, Mikhail, which I wanted to bring up is leading from the front, and those are the captains of this tournament so far. We've had, this is in fact the 13th and the 14th match of the NASIK edition of the CPL, as that is going on, both the semi-finals. Before that we had 12 league stage games, and out of those 12 league stage games, 10 matches were such where the player of the match was awarded to the captain of the respective sides. So you just see that captains are leading from the front this tournament, and it's just very exciting to see these young captains do their bit for their sides.
Oh yes, the job just gets easier for the team, right? When the captain starts scoring and performing. Takes me back to a few captains like Ricky Ponting for Australia. I used to always call him the performing captain, performing punter. That's because each time he came out in the middle, he would lead by example, and he would be the anchor around which the team would revolve, and he would set the record in the middle. And these things really matter. You've got to inspire in the middle. And I'm delighted to know that most of the captains have taken charge, and that's where it's very important. Maturity is one thing in cricket that really makes a difference. And junior cricketers are, just coming back to why this platform is very important. When junior cricketers are good listeners, they end up being good performers. I look at it that way. And most of the teams over here today, I look at it this way. They need to listen to the plan set by the coach, or because they're juniors, they're still to understand, still to learn the tricks of the trade. So I constantly believe that junior cricketers have to be good listeners so that they can then enhance their game and evolve over a period of time. And I'm very impressed with the AIM Cricket Academy. I was having a chat last evening with them. We'll just come back to that after this delivery. Once again, nudging it down, just using the pace of the ball, giving his more accomplished partner strike in the middle. I was having a chat with AIM Cricket Academy, and I did tell them, you've travelled 550 kilometers, you've hardly had any rest, you've made it into the semis, you've got to make it count now. Because sweat plus sacrifice equals success, and if it needs any definition, then you have to win this final as well and go back. I know it's a Herculean ask and task, but you'll have it in y'all. And all 15 of them were standing in attention. All 15 of them were standing in attention, listening intently and intensely. And that's what I really liked about their body language. And these things actually talk about the upbringing in their cricketing culture.
Very rightly said there. And if they win this encounter, they will move to the final and forget the winner's trophy, forget the runners-up trophy, forget the cash prize and everything, every other perk that comes along with it. Just playing in the final, especially here at the Golf Club Cricket Ground, which is a very special ground, I might add, because the finals will be happening on the center pitch of this ground, and this is a pitch that is very special, especially to the Indian cricketers, because once upon a time, way back when, Rohit Sharma played here, scored a double century, went on to play for India. Murli Vijay came and played a match here, scored a double century, went on to play for India. Abhinav Mukund came here, played a match, scored a triple century, also went on to play for India. So just that feeling for these kids to be playing on the same surface where these legends once upon a time did is a sense of achievement in itself. And that is what they're fighting for here in these semi-final clashes. The run rate has slightly dipped in the last few overs, not the kind of boundaries that they were getting before that. At one point in time, their run rate was close to 8 runs per over, but now it has fallen to somewhere around a 7.17 to be precise. The good thing that the AIM Cricket Academy have managed to do throughout this innings is that they haven't lost too many wickets, and especially when they have lost one, they immediately go into that partnership mode. The partnership for wicket number 3 was close to 100 runs that they had put up, and now for this wicket as well, this is a flourishing partnership going for 63 runs so far. Pratnesh Rege batting at 63 and his partner Sujal batting on a 28. What do you think it means for these kids to play in a final, be it any tournament, be it any... Did you play in many finals in your playing days?
Oh, that takes me down memory lane. I did play, I won a few, I captained a few finals, so yes, I do remember the time of standing on the podium and lifting the big trophy. It's still very distinct and clear in my memory. Once again, playing that shot. I just feel, just coming back to this game, Arib, RV Cricket Academy has played into the hands of AIM Cricket Academy. They have not really improvised. You taking a look at this one shot that the batsman has been playing towards short third man gully. They should have packed it. They should have attacked a little. They should have done something different. But they've actually just let AIM Cricket Academy dictate terms in the middle. I understand it's an informed batsman, Pradnesh, in the middle. But all they could have done is maybe done something differently and enticed him to play the big shot or taken a few chances. And now, despite having 7 wickets in hand, I also feel AIM Cricket Academy could have done a slightly more better with 173 on the board. But what's good is they've had these partnerships in the middle. And as they say, in any form of cricket, your start decides your end. And that's what the partnerships is the key to victory in cricket.
Very well put. Before we start the last over of the game, we want to show you something very heartfelt that RO had recorded with the players of the AIM Cricket Academy who are sitting on the boundary rope and cheering for their batsmen. Driven along the ground straight to the fielder in the mid-wicket region. Single taken. Just a beautiful sight to see these players sit along the boundary rope. What is very beautiful to see is the fact that they have a dugout right next to where they're sitting. But no, they want to be a part of the action. They want to sit in the sun along with their batsmen who are out there in the middle. And they want to cheer for them. And I think that is the good luck charm that has brought them so far in their innings. 24.2 overs bowled, 177 for the loss of 3 wickets. To chase any total in a knockout game is a tough ask. I mean, unless you're an MS Dhoni who goes to knockout games and wins them for fun, but the RV sports team's work will be cut out when they come out to chase, because they will be chasing somewhere around the 180 run mark with 3 deliveries to go in this innings. If you were the coach of the RV sports team, what would you be telling them in the mid innings?
I would just tell them to do exactly what AIM Cricket Academy has done. Nice shot once again on the full. That should be going towards the cow corner region. Nicely cut off Just a single. I'll tell them to keep the partnerships going. Run your first run really hard and don't miss out on the loose deliveries. Partnerships is the key when you're chasing a big total, and moreover, the start also is very important. You lose 2 3 early wickets, well, then it's always going to mount as pressure on you. This is the final over. Expect some big hits down the ground. Once again, not really middling that, but they should look for the second. The batsman slips in the middle, and this means they'll have to settle for one. All part of cricket. Luckily, the non-striker didn't back up way too much, otherwise he'd have been stranded. But good total, Arib. 180 in a semi-final. Defending that, chasing side will feel the heat in some lovely weather here.
Chasing anything in any knockout game is a big task because of the last delivery of the innings, wicket number 4 has fallen for the AIM Cricket Academy, and it was a gamble there. You run for everything that you get off the last delivery, but that brings an end to a very well compiled innings by the AM Cricket Academy. They have managed to put up 181 runs on the board for the loss of 4 wickets now. The RV Sports team winning the toss, electing to field first. The Ved Sonavne, the captain of the RV Sports side, said at the toss that they will be looking to restrict the AIM Cricket Academy to less than 100 runs. I mean, that was ambitious when he said it, but he would have not in his dreams imagined that this would get so far ahead of him. The good thing for the RV Sports team is that Ved Sonavne, the captain himself, is in stupendous form. He is the leading run scorer in the under 14 boys category as we speak. So it will be his job to come out and lead from the front and help his side chase down this total. Semi-final 2 of the under 14 boys category being played between the RV Sports team and the AIM Cricket Academy. Innings number 1 has been completed. 181 runs on the board at the end of 25 overs. And with that, we will take a little breather. We will be back in 10 minutes with the chase and see whether which team of the two will be able to make it to the final.
Wonderful weather. Everything tailor-made for cricket. Played off the back foot, down the leg side. Another wide. The bowler is not helping the captain at the moment. Nicely played towards cover point, but nicely fielded once again. Remember, this is the power play overs. All fielders are going to be inside but two. This is the moment for Wade and his boys to just step foot on accelerator and make use of the situation and the conditions. 1 over completed. It's 10 for no loss. Sometime later, we'll be having the finals of the under 14 category. It's two teams from the current matches that will qualify for the finals. We have Bhosle Academy, NDCA, playing on pitch number 1. We have AIM Cricket Academy taking on RV, which is on your screen right now. And both these, out of the 4 teams, 2 of them will qualify for the final. Over number 2 in progress, taken on the full plate towards mid-off. Chinmay Chaudhary on strike. Nicely bowled, very nicely bowled there. Just quicker off the deck this time. Catching the batsman by surprise. A lot of pace imparted on that. The final will be beamed on the DEN network across Nashik city on channel number 796. You can watch it there as well. Ah, that's chipped in the air. Just falls behind the fielder. The batsman survives. These moments do matter. Chinmay Chaudhary will consider himself very lucky. That could have gone anywhere. And quickly his captain calls him for a mid-pitch conference, telling him, take it easy Chinmay, I'm there to do the run scoring. Just give me strike, I'll do the rest. After this, we have the under 16 boys category to play off. That's going to be another very, very high intensity contest. A lot of good teams coming in all parts of Mumbai and Maharashtra. Nicely bowled. Good comeback after conceding a wide in the previous delivery. This is a good field set by the captain, and the bowlers are bowling to their field. Remember, it's a huge ask at the moment. 182 to chase, and every dot ball will add as pressure, and you expect the batsman to do something different. Nicely bowled once again. That's called the line. That's the length. You just sense that Ved Sonavne is getting a little impatient with things in the middle. 2 overs completed. It's 12 for no loss. Just the 2 runs conceded in this over. A very, very tidy over here. Usma Khan to continue. Two overs, 12 runs. Remember, this is CRICFIT Premier League NASIK Edition Season 1. 30 teams, as many as 600 players. 10 girls teams as well playing. Oh, just getting the edge out there towards third man. They should settle for a single. Cricket is all about consistency and discipline, and at the moment, AIM Cricket Academy are just displaying those skills and qualities in the middle. They were very impressive with the bat, getting to 181 for 4. And now with the ball as well, just trying to be very tidy, as we call it in gully cricket, stump to stump. Short and wide, dispatched towards point, straight to the fielder. The batsman will feel he's missed out on something good. That was there for the offering, but he completely misses that one. Nicely fielded. That's commitment on offer. Throw yourselves in the middle. Stop that single. Deny the run. And make the batsmen sweat for their runs. They need to earn it. This is great bowling, great fielding at the moment. Pressure being piled on by AIM Cricket Academy. Wow. That's castled him. Ved Sunavne departs. He's bowled. What a delivery. This is a big, big wicket. A huge blow for RV Cricket Academy. Their captain, the informed batsman, he was almost yacked over there, unaware of what just happened. And the dugout watches things in disbelief. We'll take a look at the replay as well. And they are celebrating. This is the AIM Cricket Academy from Savantwadi, and they are making it count. Usma Khan, how well has she bowled? She's got the big wicket, the big wicket of Ved Sunavne, the captain of RV Cricket Academy. Now things get a little complicated here for RV Cricket Academy. Usma Khan, what a lovely delivery she bowled to get that wicket.
14 runs on the board for the RV Sports team. We're in the fourth over of the innings. The first big wicket has fallen for them. Four overs completed by the AM Cricket Academy. They've started very strongly in their defense of 181 runs. They've picked up the all-important wicket of Ved Sonavne, the captain, the leading run scorer, and they've put the brakes on the RV Sports team development and